Okay, today's lesson is for a group of Year 8 students. There's 24 students in the class. It's a double period for 75 minutes. It's a health class and it's based on food and nutrition. So the two topic focuses are how many kilojoules are burnt during exercise and how much exercise is required to burn certain foods. This relates to the VIC curriculum statements of plan and use health practices, behaviours and resources to enhance health, safety and well-being of their communities, and also to practice, apply and transfer movement concepts and strategies with or without equipment. The goals are for the students to be able to select exercises that will burn enough kilojoules for certain foods, and also to be able to discuss the difference between fueling their body and having a low calorie intake or a high calorie intake. The classroom is set up with 5 groups of tables, all with a worksheet for each student and also a food example on each table. Good morning everyone, please come in, pop your bags at the front and just stand in front of the whiteboard for now. We're going to have a bit more of an active class today. We're going to be walking around to the different tables, and then later on we're going to head down to the gym and put some of these exercises into practice. Great, so now that everyone's ready to go, we're going to split into 5 groups. As you can see, there's 5 tables, and here we've got different card tokens for each table, which has a food on those tables. So everyone please come up and take a food token out of the hat. So pass that around, make sure you all have a token, and I need you to take your token to the resembling table around the classroom to make sure you're all in even groups. So you guys will all have a worksheet like this on your tables, so make sure each person has one, and you're all going to start at your resembling picture, and then we're going to move through the worksheet in order, so you're going to go to each different table throughout the day. Okay, so before we start, what I'm going to do is go through an example on the board, so you guys all know where you can get your information from and how I want the worksheet to be set out and how it should look when you finish it. Okay, so here for the example we've got a can of Coke. Alright, you guys are given the food, the serving size, and also the amount of calories. So does anyone remember how we're going to convert calories into kilojoules? We did it in the last lesson. There was an amount that we need to multiply the calories by. Correct, so that's 4.2. So there's 4.2 kilojoules in every calorie. So if we multiply 150 by 4.2, we get 630 kilojoules. So I want you to try and work in kilojoules as much as possible, because that's the Australian reading of calories. Okay, so 630 kilojoules. What's next is an exercise estimate. So I want you guys to try and guess how much exercise is needed to burn 630 kilojoules or 150 calories. So the way I like to think about it is, how many laps of the oval do I have to run to burn off this food? Okay, so for a can of Coke, 630 kilojoules, I would think, how many laps do I have to run? Let's say maybe 3. And if I run every lap for takes me about 3 minutes as well. Alright, I've gone running for 9 minutes at an average pace, at a moderate jog. Okay, so let's guess 9 minutes of jogging. Alright, so that's to burn off my can of Coke. What you're going to do next is to find this information here, the exercise, the intensity and the time. We're going to use MyFitnessPal like we used last class, or I've sent you a link to Pro Health, which is a website that you can also use. Okay, so I want you to have a look up at the projector and I'll go through where we're going to find that information. Okay, so this is MyFitnessPal, which is on the website, but you can also use your iPads or devices for this. What I've selected is 8 kilometers per hour of running, alright, which is 7.5 minute Ks, your average probably jogging speed for your average athlete. Okay, so we assumed about 9 minutes of running. Let's see how many calories that burns. Okay, so 9 minutes gives us 106 calories, which isn't quite our can of Coke. So my estimate was a bit under. 13 minutes, okay, of running is going to burn 153 calories, which is our can of Coke. The other way you can find it is through Pro Health. Let's use swimming as our example this time. This one you do need to enter your weight, so just be careful and make sure that's accurate. Okay, and let's guess, what do we think, about 20 minutes maybe of swimming. Swimming sometimes a bit easier on the body, okay? Let's guess 20 minutes of a light freestyle to moderate effort. Okay, so 20 minutes gets us well over the can of Coke at 239 calories, okay? So these are in calories, these measurements. If we can, we'll try and convert them to kilojoules a bit later as well. Okay, so what we figured out was that it's 13 minutes of jogging at a moderate pace. So now this is what your worksheet should look like. Each grid should be filled out completely. Okay, I want you to work in your groups and work through the whole worksheet in order to make sure you've got an answer for every box, and then we're going to sort out how much exercise that really takes when we go down to the gym later.